Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Those who are new to my channel, my name is Shruti. I'm gonna show you how I got this makeup look. This look is perfect if you're going for a night out or for a holiday. So let's get started. First, I'll be using my Kiko Radiant Primer. This has a little bit of color correcting in it. It is a shade, it's kind of like a shade peach. So with my foundation brush from Anisa, I'll be taking this up and just tapping it. I don't see any color correcting, but I just feel like it's just a little bit, it just gives a little bit hydration probably. And I think you do need a hydration just because you don't want to cake your makeup and make it look bad. So make sure you hydrate first. So next I'll be taking my color correcting fluid and shade Peach. So I want to cover my darkness since I have dark circles and the areas where I need it. I'm not going to take a lot because I will use a concealer and the foundation on top, so I don't want to use too much product. But this makes sure at least like we cover the darkness. First, I'm going to be doing my eyebrows. So for that, I have taken Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade in shade Ebony. How much I've used, you can see already. And with my Morphe M50, Morphe 1 M150, sorry, I'm going to start giving the shape to my brows. So now I'll be using the foundation in Kevyn Aucoin in shade SX08. This is very full coverage, so you don't want to take too much of it. So I'm just taking like a little bit of it, if you see on the back of the brush. Since this is a little bit on the drier side, it's a thick creamy texture, so what I like to do is I just like to dampen with my Prep and Prime with this brush, and it's a foundation brush. I'm then gonna blend it. I don't like to apply too much of foundation since we're gonna pack it up with the concealer, then we're gonna do the powder. So the less you do it, the better it looks, since it's not gonna show up any lines or creases. I'll be using Gerard Primer in shade Medium. Okay guys, with my flat concealer brush, it's from Ulta, I'm gonna be taking a little bit of my Gerard Primer and packing it in. It's very creamy. And what I always like to do after this, just to make sure it's all, I just blend it in with a beauty blender. So now I'll be using the Star Wars Color Pop palette. We'll be using some nice shades of greens right here. So I'm gonna be taking my blending brush from NYX and number 16. And with this shade right here, this one, I'm gonna start blending from the crease up top. Make sure to blend it. Since this is a good transition shade, because we're working with same kind of colors later, This is a very simple eye look. Trust me, you don't have to spend too much of time doing the eye makeup and stuff like that. But literally, I blended this color and we're gonna do this. This shadow is from Glaze and Eye Gloss. It's from Butter Gloss. Look how gorgeous this is. It's not a black, but it's still, I don't know what color, but I'm gonna use this with my hands since this better works good with hands. If you see this, it's okay. So I'm gonna be applying this on my lids. When applying, it looks bronzy. If needed, we're gonna, you know, like in the outer corners, we can deepen the shade with some black. Look how gorgeous it's already looking. Okay, and now going back to my palette, I'm gonna be using this shade. It's brown, and on the outer corners, just to deepen that shade a little bit more. And to give more of a sultry, now that we found it like more of a bronze, so yeah, sure. The good thing about these shadows is it doesn't have fallout. It's really nice. And then we're gonna bring it all the way here. So that green was basically our nice transition shade. And the brown as well. Now I'll be using my Stila Vintage Black Gold. This is such a gorgeous kind of like shimmer. I don't know. Look at that. So I'll be taking this with my fingers and applying that right on top of my lid to see the pop of shimmer. I'm only doing this on my eyelid, just to the center of my eyelid. Now I'll be taking any black shadow just to deepen the shade a little bit more on the outer corners. We don't want to take the brown away, so I'm not going to use a lot of black, but still I want to see a little bit of darkening of the shade on my outer corner. So look how pretty it's looking. Now with the same shade, I'm gonna be just doing shading a little bit and connecting it to my outer corner. We'll be using this green shadow right here and putting that here. It gives like a nice smoky, sultry kind of look. I love it. Now for my inner corner, I'll just take this shade with my tiny little brush just on the inner corner. Okay, now I'll be taking my Patrick One Size Bodacious Black Eyeliner. I think it's a great eyeliner. For the waterline, I'm gonna be taking my In-Glow liner in shade 77. This kind of brush. Okay guys, now I'm using my mascara and Maybelline Falsies. Just to coat enough. I don't want it to look, you know, super curly. Otherwise it gets hard to put on the lashes. That's what my experience says. So I just coat it enough just to make sure any kind of fallout is covered or any powder effect we apply. I'm using Wispy's N08, so wispy actually. Make sure the glue is tacky before you put it on. You don't want to spoil your makeup. These lashes are gorgeous just because they're not very expensive. I think maybe $3-4 something, and they're perfect. It gives like such a nice dramatic look and volume to the lashes. Now I'll be using my concealer in Born This Way, shade Natural Beige. I'll be using my contour stick from Fenty. This is in shade Truffle, because I don't want to do like a too contoury look, but still this is like nice, soft, subtle kind of contour, so I'm gonna go with this. Make sure you do here to get a good join. And a little bit of here. Okay, now with my beauty blender, I'm gonna like start blending it in. Make sure the corners of the eyes are equally nicely blended. I'm taking my Anisa brush. It's a concealer brush, but it's angled, so it's just good for buffing up all the harsh lines for the contour. So I'm gonna do this and just gently make sure it's all blended. Now with my Morphe E56 brush, I'm gonna do the rest of my face. Do it in its place, just like blend it, blend it, blend it. Don't do like these kind of strokes. An eye powder and Sweat. This one kind of has like a little bit of pinkish tone, like brown pink, so I wanted to do this with this kind of look, so I'm gonna just make sure. And I'm gonna gently So now I'll be taking NYX blush. This is in shade Boom and Bloom. This is kind of like a plummy shade, which I want to do. So like a little bit of it goes a long way with this blush. So Okay, now I'll be using this lip liner. This is from Ulta in shade Intense. It is kind of like a brown. I want to mix this with some kind of mauve. I'm gonna be using this shade from Huda. It's in shade Medusa. I wanted to match this color with my blush kind of, so I'm gonna use this shade. It's beautiful. Gorgeous it looks. Lastly, I'm gonna be using the Gold School. This is from Kat Von D highlighter, if you could see, with my Morphe M510 brush. I'm gonna just take a little bit. Lastly, I'm gonna do my MAC Prep and Prime. Spray it. And there we go. So this is the final look, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Follow my Instagram. It's tutorials by Shrew. I'll link below everything, all the products, my Insta account. Thank you all for watching today's video. Please like, share, and subscribe.